friends, guess what? The Little Kids Big Hearts podcast now has a YouTube channel. Just search Little Kids Big Hearts and enjoy full episodes of the show. You'll also find fun music videos of the Big Heart songs you love. See you there.
Feel so good about myself.
Yeah.
I'm like nobody else.
Nobody else.
I'm like nobody else.
Like nobody else.
Yeah.
Hi, this is Vivien.
This is Kit.
And I'm Todd.
And you're listening to the Little Kids Big Hearts podcast.
Welcome to Storytime! The Stars of Twinkletop. In the land of Qook-a-lackas, where the hills rolled like soft green blankets and the streams hummed sleepy songs, there was a hill called Twinkletop. Now, Twinkletop wasn't the tallest or the steepest or the most famous, but it was the very best for looking at stars. And nobody loved looking at stars more than a young Qook-a-leekie named Quivian. Every evening, while other Qook-a-leekies played games, practiced songs, or shared Quiddleberry treats, Quivian climbed the winding path to Twinkletop carrying a notebook tucked under one arm.
You're going to Twinkletop again? But you were there yesterday. And the day before that?
I know.
Do the stars really change that much?
Sometimes. Mostly they say the same, but I notice new things every time.
Quinabelle scratched their head. They didn't quite understand. But then again, nobody understood stars quite the way Quivian did. You see, Quivian didn't just look at stars. Quivian studied them, sketched them, mapped them, and most importantly, named them. One evening, Quivian opened their notebook proudly.
See that one? That's the Dancing Pickle.
That looks like 3 dots.
Exactly, a very graceful pickle.
Quivian pointed higher.
And that's the sleepy sandwich.
How can a sandwich be sleepy?
It's had a long day.
Quinabelle laughed.
What about that one?
The Extremely Dramatic Turnip.
Oh, I can actually see that one.
Night after night, Quivian filled notebook after notebook with star maps and constellation names. Some were silly, some were beautiful, and some made absolutely no sense. But Quivian loved every single one. Even Corn the crow, who spent most evenings perched on a nearby branch, secretly enjoyed hearing the latest discoveries. Quah! Any new constellations tonight?
Yes, I discovered the Flying Pancake.
Remarkable! Corn nodded very seriously. I've long suspected pancakes could fly. Quivian giggled. As the days passed, excitement buzzed through the land of Qook-a-lackas. The annual Quiddleberry Gathering was almost here. It was everyone's favorite celebration of the year. The whole community worked together to prepare. Some Qook-a-lackas baked Quiddleberry pies, others painted colorful banners, and some practiced music. Others built lanterns that glowed like tiny moons. Everywhere Quivian looked, someone was contributing something special. Look at those lanterns!
Try one of my Quiddleberry tarts.
Listen to our festival song.
Everyone seemed to have a talent that fit perfectly into the celebration. Everyone except Quivian. One evening, Quivian sat quietly atop Twinkletop, flipping through pages of star sketches, the Dancing Pickle, the Sleepy Sandwich, the Flying Pancake, the Extremely Dramatic Turnip, page after page, notebook after notebook.
Everyone else is helping with the Quiddleberry Gathering.
Corn looked over. Ka! And what are you doing?
Naming the stars.
Seems important to me.
Does it? Because I don't think anyone needs a constellation called the Wiggly Shoelace.
Corn gave a soft chuckle. You'd be surprised. But Quivian wasn't so sure. Finally, The night of the Quiddleberry Gathering arrived. The whole community gathered beneath the strings of lanterns. Music floated through the air. Quiddleberry treats filled long tables. Laughter echoed across the land. It was beautiful.
Best Quiddleberry Gathering ever.
Quivian smiled, but a small part of Quivian still wondered if they should have learned to bake or sing or create lanterns or something useful. Then, something strange happened. A silver mist began drifting through the valley. Soft at first, almost pretty, like moonlight floating through the air. Oh, wow! Look at that!
It's beautiful.
But the mist kept coming and coming and coming. Soon, the lanterns looked fuzzy. The paths disappeared. The trees became blurry shapes.
Was the path always over there?
I can't tell anymore.
Neither can I.
The silver fog swirled around everyone. This was Moon Muffin Mist, a rare weather event that hadn't visited the land in many years. The mist wasn't dangerous, but it was very confusing. Soon, nobody knew which direction led home.
I can't even see Twinkletop.
Quivian looked around. The mist was thick, very, very thick. But then Quivian looked up. Above the fog, a handful of stars still sparkled. Tiny, distant, but familiar.
Wait,
Quivian's eyes widened.
I know where we are.
You do?
The Dancing Pickle is right there.
This is somehow the most helpful a pickle has ever been.
Quivian quickly opened their notebook. The pages fluttered in the breeze. Every sketch, every constellation, every note. Years of paying attention, years of curiosity, years of looking up.
If the Dancing Pickle is there and the Flying Pancake is there, then the stream should be that way.
Quivian pointed confidently.
They're right.
A small group followed Quivian. Sure enough, they found the stream, then the path, then their way home. Again and again, Quivian guided groups through the mist, using the stars, using their maps, using knowledge nobody else had thought much about before.
What's next?
Follow the Extremely Dramatic Turnip.
Never thought I'd hear those words.
Little by little, everyone found their way. The Quiddleberry Gathering continued safely, and before long, the Moon Muffin Mist drifted away. The next morning, the community gathered on Twinkletop. The sky was bright and blue. The stars were hidden for the day, but everyone was talking about Quivian.
Vivien helped us find our way.
I never knew stars could do that.
I'm still thinking about the Flying Pancake.
Quivian looked down at their notebook, then smiled.
I always thought this was just for fun.
Quivella stepped forward.
The things that make you curious matter. The things that make you excited matter. Sometimes they become gifts you can share.
Quivian thought about all the evenings spent on Twinkletop, all the drawings, all the notes, all the silly constellation names.
And sometimes the thing that makes you different helps others find their way.
Quivian looked up toward the sky, where the stars would return that evening, and for the first time, they didn't wonder whether their interest was useful. They simply felt happy to be exactly who they are.
Being you doesn't mean being like everyone else. It means loving the things you love, learning the things you're curious about, and trusting those things matter. Because you never know when things that makes you different might help light the way for someone else. The end.
That was great, everybody. Please subscribe, rate, and review our podcast. It really helps other families discover the show. Today's episode was produced by Julia Levy at Sparkler Learning, with support from Megan Penrod and Adriana Arocho at Sparkler. Sound design and mixing are by Ryan Mark. The podcast is co-created and hosted by me, Todd Lloyd. A very special thanks to Noggin for their support and use of the song Like Nobody Else from the Big Heartbeats album. Today's special kid guests were Vivien, who was 7, and Kit, who was 13 years old. Thanks for listening.